If you're seeing the Krita error reinitializing filters message, don't worry, because in most cases, this is a very specific FFmpeg export problem, and it can usually be fixed pretty quickly. This error most often appears when you try to export a time-lapse with the recorder docker, or when you render an animation that contains short or empty frames. What's happening is that FFmpeg is trying to resize or stitch your snapshot images together, but something in the setup breaks before the filter can initialize correctly. In this video, I'll show you the most common fixes step by step so you can get your export working again without guessing. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more quick software fixes and creative app tutorials. Let's jump in. The first thing you want to check is your file path and file names. FFmpeg processes images through command line strings, which means it can be very sensitive to spaces, symbols, and special characters. If your project file name, your video name, or even the folder path includes spaces, periods, dashes, or unusual symbols, that can sometimes cause the image filter maps to fail when Krita tries to export. So open your project location and look closely at the full path. If you see anything complicated, try moving the project to a simple folder with a clean name. For example, instead of saving it deep inside a long folder chain with special characters, use something simple like a desktop folder or a main documents folder with plain letters and numbers. Also rename the project file if needed, so it's short, clear, and easy for FFmpeg to read. Once you've cleaned up the path, try exporting again and see if the error is gone. If that doesn't fix it, the next thing to try is changing the video preset to MKV. In some cases, the selected output format can contribute to the rendering crash, especially when Krita is handing the export off to FFmpeg. Switching to MKV can make the export process more stable and help avoid issues with the filter initialization. So go into your export settings, find the preset or format options, and choose MEKV if it isn't already selected. Then rerun the export and test whether the time-lapse or animation renders properly. This one change can make a big difference when the error is tied to how the video container is being created. Now here's another very important setting to check. If you turned on the Resize option in the export window, that can also trigger the error reinitializing filters problem. When Resize is enabled, FFmpeg tries to force an image scaling filter over every frame in the sequence. If even one snapshot is slightly different in size or aspect ratio, the filter can fail during initialization. That's why this error is especially common when frames are inconsistent or when the export is trying to do too much scaling at once. To fix it, go back into the export settings and uncheck the Resize box, then render the video at your canvas's native original pixel resolution instead. Keeping the export at the same size as your canvas removes an extra layer of processing and often stops the crash immediately. If you're still getting the error after that, it's worth checking whether your animation has any empty frames, broken frames, or unusual frame sizes in the sequence. Even one problematic frame can interfere with the export process. Make sure your timeline is clean, your frames are consistent, and your canvas settings match what you're trying to render. The goal is to keep the export as simple and uniform as possible so FFmpeg doesn't have to guess how to handle mismatched images. So to quickly recap, if Krita gives you the error reinitializing filters message, first fix your file path by removing spaces and symbols. Then try changing the video preset to MKV, and finally make sure Resize is turned off so the export uses your canvas's original resolution. In most cases, one of those steps will solve the problem and get your time-lapse or animation exporting properly again. If this video saved you time, please hit like and subscribe because I post more quick fixes and step-by-step software tutorials just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.